Jamie on the mic, got the stats so tight. Jonathan's fire bringing heat tonight. Justin with the plays, got the game on lock. Jacob's got the style, we're ready to rock.
Brothers united, talking all the sports, laughing, debating. We bring the reports from the field to the court. We calling the spree, all voices, brothers, and let's take pure comedy.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the 4J Show. We're four brothers, four voices, endless takes, and just pure comedy. I'm Jamie, and I'll let the other brothers introduce themselves.
What's up, guys? Jonathan. Glad to have y'all back for another week. Appreciate y'all tuning in, man. Can't wait to get into it with y'all.
What up, boy Justin? Mad at the Ravens stealing Matt Crosby from the Eagles, but don't worry, Eagles gonna bounce back with something bigger. That's all I gotta say.
Don't be mad. What?
I'm Jacob. I'm on hater mode today.
Crazy.
Anyway, hopping off. I mean, just since you brought it up, we could talk about it because that was some of the biggest news this week. Freaking Max Crosby going over to the Ravens. Absolutely wild. And talk about a huge piece for a Ravens defense that really needed some help on the edge.
Did they?
That's gonna be.
Did the Ravens defense need more help? I mean, how much more help can you get on a team?
Wait, who did they go?
I feel like, huh?
Who did you say they got?
Max Crosby. You didn't see that? You a Ravens fan?
No. I thought you said somebody else. I thought you were just saying that they just got somebody else.
No, I'm saying they don't need nobody else.
No, I feel like the Ravens had a solid line. Like Ravens had something they were bad, but their D line, I mean, it could upgrade. Like if you were going to upgrade one part of their defense, it's definitely their defense.
I think, like I said, like you just said, Jamie, I really do think that they were their defense is not the problem. Obviously, you can always strengthen your defense. You can always do that. And I think, in addition to Max Crosby, definitely will help out the offensive line. The defensive line to add pressure. But like I always think that I don't think that the defense is the major problem in this situation here. But I'm not mad at them picking up Crosby either.
I know you ain't mad. Max Crosby's a beast. It's almost to it. You know what? Before I say anything, prayers up to Joe Burrow because his defensive line that he's facing in his own division. You got Myles Garrett, you got TJ Watt, and now you got Max Crosby. That is 8 games that you are just battling with a sorry offensive line. Like if they don't draft a good offensive line or go sign some of these free agents, I don't know what the Bengals are going to do because Joe Burrow's not going to play again in another season because there's no way for 8 games that's what you're dealing with. That's an insanity to deal with as a quarterback.
I got a question. Did y'all see what Jamar Chase said on his stream whenever he found out? How did we freaking let him go to the division? I'm so mad right now. How did we freaking let him go to the division? He was crashing out. Also, how did the Steelers let him go to the division? Like, what are we doing?
And if it's just for that.
Like, I understand the Browns because they're the Browns, but bro, how did we let him go to the division? I don't get it. But I will say this. I don't think it changes anything for the Ravens. I think y'all still going to be trash. We're going to lose to the Steelers.
Ooh.
For the next 2 times a year for the next about let's say 10 years. So it really doesn't matter.
Ooh. That's some strong words right there, brother.
We about to win the division back to back to back.
Exactly.
Well, not back to back.
I would say you should be the last person to talk, but Jamie the last person to say anything about anybody's team.
Why do you bring up my team, bro?
Because Jamie, your team is just that bad. I mean, it's just down that bad.
His DN locked up right now.
Hey,
locked up, don't let him out.
Don't let me out. Won't let him out. He locked up.
I don't understand. Like these guys, where's the emotional maturity at around here? Were they uncles and daddies and cousins or homeboys that tell them, bro, it ain't that deep? And what's crazy is he drove or flew.
He drove. He was chasing her down in the car.
No.
He was driving her car.
Why are we talking about this? We already talked about this.
We just trying to understand it.
Jamie, I do get it. Max Crosby would have been a great addition to you guys with the circumstances they are put in right now. because there's don't understand where this is gonna go, but he's definitely going to jail. But
they didn't have the 2 first-round picks. They gave him up already.
We got 0
for the dude that's in jail.
We got 0.
Could have given up Kyle Pitts.
Yeah,
I don't think
they already have a running back. They already have a tight end.
Oh yeah,
they
got
have running back.
Bowers.
They got Brock Bowers and
yeah. So, there would be no point even trying to even get him because you don't have anything to give up.
But the longer we keep waiting on that, I have a feeling we're bringing.
Who?
It feels like we're bringing him back.
Kyle.
You already franchise tagged him. Y'all franchise tagged him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it feels like we're bringing him back. Well, you can throw the franchise tag on there and then remove it, change him, all that kind of stuff. But it feels like we're actually trying to figure out a way to keep him in our offense, which I think we should. I personally do. I think we just underutilize him. I think we should. But anyway, let's move on. Any other big trades y'all want to kind of hit on or in the NFL before we?
Can we talk about something?
What,
bro? Kyle Murray, after getting released from the Cardinals, was seen playing Overwatch, a video game, minutes after he got released. Brother, get off the game, brother.
Wow. Mental. He trying to release some stress, man. I ain't gonna get on that brother for playing the game.
No,
he's trying to bad energy to something else, brother.
Yeah.
No.
And Jacob,
brother, that's why you got kicked. That's why you got released, because you were on the game.
Well, you see where they're talking about him going. The Vikings.
He gonna lose to 9. 9 gonna take his spot, bro.
You lose to 9, you might as well retire. If you lose to 9 for your spot, you might as well retire.
He might as well go to baseball. His contract's still up in baseball. He might as well just head back.
But someone said that it'll probably be almost to this point impossible for him to make that switch to baseball. I don't think so. I think he could if he wanted to. I think he's that type of athlete. But the only thing I wanted to bring up, how do y'all, because I want to get outside opinions, how do y'all feel that the Eagles are talking about trading Jalen Carter?
I mean, are they really going to miss him if they do?
I don't think he's like Aaron Donald, what he said, he could be a Hall of Famer if he wants to.
If he wants to, that's a problem.
If he wants to. That's what
yeah.
He spit on Dak last year, bro. It seems like, I hate to say it, bro. Like, I don't know. I feel like he's the same as Jamie's DN. He don't think before he do.
No, Jalen. I don't know. I think his rookie season and stuff was so good that I'm like, we got us. I mean, like Aaron Donald himself said it. Like he could be him if he wanted to. And so, but man, these past 2 years, like he always has to ramp up into a season. He's never just right off the bat. And I love Jalen Carter. I don't want him to get traded. Like I think it's crazy. But I felt like the writing's on the wall after we extended Jordan Davis and made him the highest paid nose tackle in history. It's like, well, we can't keep Jalen Carter and Nolan Smith and Nakobe Dean and Reed and trying to re-sign Phillips. So I just think they're putting the writing on the wall that we're going to move on from Jalen. But you know who we inquired about with Jalen after Max Crosby fell through? Justin Jefferson.
Okay.
Cool.
Brother, do you know the Vikings were actually a decent team last year if they didn't have 9 on the field?
Oh, 1,000%.
I'm telling you, they're going to go pick up Malik Willis or Kyle Murray, and they're going to go crazy.
Malik, honestly.
Yeah, that's the only thing they're missing because it still baffles me. They let that boy go after the season he put up. They let him go or didn't re-sign him to go all in on JJ. Which honestly, what they could have done was, I mean, you still got to pay him, so it's kind of hard to pay both of them. But they could have let him stay one more year to educate use his source as a veteran to educate JJ to help better his game. Because I mean, obviously, I don't think he was like that in college, but I mean, he was okay. But they could have.
I agree with you 1,000%. That's what I think they should have did. Even if you signed Donald to a 2-year deal, because he signed like a 3-year deal with the Seahawks, I think. So if you'd have signed him a 2-year deal, because JJ McCarthy was hurt his whole rookie season. So this was basically his rookie season all over again. So he really needed to sit behind somebody because to what you brought up from college, think about college though. You didn't know it wasn't JJ McCarthy slinging the ball around. They played a whole game against who was it? Was it Ohio State? Where they just ran the ball the whole second half. So it's like it was never just him. It was always his defense and his running game. So that's why I'm sitting there thinking, like, because there's no way you could tell me with the weapons that he had that they couldn't do anything with that team. I mean, you had the quarterback whisperer, and that joker looked like, I mean, JJ McCarthy looked out there like this was Pee-wee ball, and he was a midget playing against some of the high schoolers. Like, it didn't make no sense the way he was looking out there.
Well, y'all already know why, and the reason why he got drafted so high there. Did he not beat Bama?
National championship, beat Bama, and put Nick Saban out. I mean, that's what it was.
It's the only reason.
Because there's no way. And I'm sorry, and I know this probably won't catch us some flack, but I think the same thing with Mendoza. I think it's the exact same thing is about to happen with Mendoza. I'm not kidding. I think he has a stronger arm than JJ McCarthy. I think he's a better talent than JJ McCarthy. I don't think he is this. He's about to be this world beater that just can come out there and change the Raiders franchise. Like, he's not. It's not that.
He right.
He right.
He right.
Mendoza is different than those guys for sure. He can make plays. He can read defenses. Like Mendoza did more for Indiana than McCarthy did for Michigan.
I agree to that.
With less.
Don't agree to that.
Saying.
I wouldn't say all that, Jamie.
I wouldn't say all that.
I wouldn't say all that, Jamie. But
wait, who was that dude the Raiders drafted, and he was like the biggest bust in history?
Are you talking about Jamarcus Russell?
Jamarcus Russell.
Jamarcus Russell.
Hey, the Raiders again. I'm just saying.
I'm
trailing.
Anyway,
I don't think it's gonna be that bad.
Let's move on. Any other trade y'all trying to hop into before we move on?
I think outside of Max Crosby, I do think the Max Crosby trade is. I think that is about to change the AFC North. I know, Jacob, you believe in the Steelers. I think Max Crosby on that defense. He look what he was doing with no help, and now you're about to give him one of the best defenses in the league. I think that. I mean, I just think he's about to put up numbers like TJ and Miles. I want you to be ready for that this year. I don't think it's going to last because he is 29, but I want you. I think the only other big trade that actually is going to make a huge difference is the Rams picking up Trent McDuffie from the Chiefs with that trade. If you don't know McDuffie, that joker is locked down like he is.
McDuffie?
I have no clue. Why they would do that. Like, that one baffled me.
We got one speculation.
But
clear up space for Tyreek come back.
I mean, you were going to have to pay him, but you
can't pay Tyreek. No, you don't. You don't have to pay Tyreek.
You're gonna sign Tyreek to that much that you had to give up a Trent McDuffie?
Yeah, you're not paying Tyreek that much.
I mean,
well, Tyreek ain't coming back till the end of the year anyway. Though he's coming back to a playoff.
They could have kept Trent or restructured his contract to keep him for at least one more year, or anybody because you won't be paying Tyreek that much that first year. So I think that's why, because their defense needs that on the field.
Another trade that I like that we ain't talked about though, that David Montgomery trade.
Him
going to the Texans.
I think that's huge.
That's a good.
I think that's huge for Texans.
I'll tell you,
it's good for Texas, but it's bad for the Lions because that's why their offense was so effective, because there's a 1-2 punch, and then you got receivers, tight ends.
I agree.
Now I'm not gonna say it might not still work, because it still could, but I do think that's why Gibbs, Montgomery stayed healthy throughout the entire season, because both of them offloaded the workload. And I think that's why it worked so well.
Can I get
Yeah, go.
I don't think it really matters because dang, what's their quarterback's name right now? I can't think of his name.
Jared Goff.
CJ Stroud. Still gonna be trash. They're gonna be tough.
But if you can't, because I think the only thing that was hurting CJ Stroud also this year was there was no true run game. Like they had Nick Chubb, who he's a shell of himself. I don't want to talk bad about him, and they had some rookies. So I think if you bring in a David Montgomery, he's a freak on the field.
They had Joe Mixon, but Joe Mixon had that foot injury that nobody really knew where the foot injury came from, and he just didn't play.
Yep.
So I agree. Another trade that I'm ready to see what happens. And again, they make excuses for the man all the time. So if you got him a decent receiver, DJ Moore going to the Bills. I'm kind of shocked that Chicago gave him up because it felt like they had a good little punch. But DJ Moore going to the Bills.
Well, I think they gave him up because DJ Moore was getting upset. And it wasn't just DJ Moore getting upset. It was also, who was there? Roma Dunze. Roma Dunze, he was complaining about not getting the ball. And then you have, I don't know if any of y'all saw them, Van LeBurton the third.
Yeah.
That joker's going to be the truth. So I think they have two younger guys. And so I can see why. I'm just shocked that they gave up so little for him. Like, you only gave up a second-round pick. Like, and you got a sixth on top of that.
Yeah.
Like, that's where I'm so confused by what the Bears are doing, which is why the Bears are the Bears. That's why the Bears are the Bears. It's because you could have got so much more for a DJ Moore. Yeah, and for the Bills need a receiver. So they need to spend high. Like, you had all the leverage. You had the younger receiver that is good enough to be a one, but more than likely you still need one more piece, but still can hold his own. You should have asked for a 2 and a 4 or 2, a 3 and a 4. Like, there's so much you should have got.
I wouldn't have been mad. If they would have just not given up the pick. Like, if it had been DJ Moore for a second, I wouldn't have been mad. But it's the fact that he went Moore and a fifth for just a second. That seems like a lot.
Like, it made no sense to me.
Another hot take.
Yeah.
It's not going to matter because Josh Allen's still going to turn the ball over.
Yeah, Josh Allen still be Josh.
Anyway, off the NFL, we can talk about the offseason all the time. Speaking of football, before we go, I wanted to go into UFL football season is getting ready to kick off pretty soon. Let me look this up real quick. Getting ready to kick off. I'm telling y'all need to watch it. Yeah, it kicks off March 27th. So we're a couple weeks away. I'm telling y'all need to watch it. But they have instituted some new football rules this year. And I just want to know y'all's thoughts on them because I know y'all don't follow the UFL like I do. So I want to know your thoughts on them and see what y'all think. Because a lot of times what they've been trying to do is they're trying to cater some of their stuff to the NFL. So they'll test the rule out first, right? So one rule they're implementing, a 4-point field goal. So this happens if you kick a field goal over 60 yards. And the other rule, I'm just going to run through their new rules, and then we can dive into the ones y'all are most interested in. 1 foot in bounds. So they took away the 2 feet in bounds. They said 1, safety. They're seeing some safety issues with it. 2, they said they will allow players to just have some better catches. Red zone penalties, they are just returning half a distance to the goal. They had quit that. They have banned the tush push officially. Punting and field, this is the one, me and Dad talked about this when they announced these rules. This is the one that I'm kind of iffy on. They have now made it, you cannot punt once you're inside the 50-yard line. So once you're inside your own 50-yard line.
I like that.
Their overtime rules, they have it 3 attempts. So you get the ball at the 5-yard line, and it's kind of like a shootout. You get 3 attempts. So if you get your first 2, you stop the other team on their first 2, you win the game. You don't got to go to the third. But it's basically like a shootout. And if there's a tap, it's off. And then they changed their points after touchdown. This is another huge. They have now instituted a 3-point PAT option. So 1 point, kick a 33-yard field goal, just like the NFL. 2 points, ball at the 2-yard line, just like the NFL. 3-point conversion, they put the ball at the 8, you get it in, you get an extra 3 points. And that's essentially all the rules that are the big ones. So I just want to kind of hear your thoughts about some of these rules.
The 50-yard line one is actually a really good rule. I actually like that.
It's crazy though, because think you get to your 49, now you got to punt, now you can't punt. So do you go for the 60? Do you go for the 4-point field goal, or do you just call a play if you ain't got that type of kicker? Like, it's a crazy. When you talk about field position, talk about in the tight game, you're on your 48 and you got to go for it.
I feel like you just throw it up.
Games.
I feel like you just throw it up.
Throwing up going to do? What is it going to do?
Basically a punt. If they pick it.
True.
I think the best one, two, that I like is Jacobs, the punting at the 50. I like that. I think that makes it where. Well, I guess it would be scenario based because, like, what if you get it past the 50, but then you get sacked on your third down at like the 49 on the other side? Do you get the punt?
I don't know. I'd have to dig into that.
Yeah, I would see that. That'd be the only thing I would wonder. But I think that's a brilliant move. It makes you where you basically 4 down territory after the 50. Like you have no choice. So I like that. The one foot inbounds. Huh?
I said in the NFL, it's kind of starting that way with the analytics.
Yeah. The 1 foot in bounce. I think it's crazy to have to get 2 feet in bounce. Me personally, I think 1 foot in bounce. Say what?
I think that's wild too as well, and I'll tell you when you get done.
I think that is a brilliant move. I think it's going to make for more spectacular catches. It's going to actually move the game more, where you don't have to sit there and worry about getting those 2 feet down. You just got to put one in. I think you're about to see more crazy catches. Hopefully it works out so well for them that the NFL does implement it into theirs, because there's a lot of times where it's like we're sitting there taking away touchdowns and stuff because we're worrying about 2 feet getting down. And it's like they just made that crazy catch, and that was a game-winning catch, and we're really about to take it away because they just couldn't get 1 more foot in bounds. Like, I think that's insanity. I think that's a rule that should have been changed. So I think those 2 rules are great. I don't like the 3-point conversion. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I think it's stupid.
But think of how risky that is, though. You get the ball at the 8. It's almost essentially like you get the ball at the 8.
You can't run it in.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like you could try to get, but it's not like they made it easy. It's an 8-yard play. Like it's not easy. But you talk about a 9-point swing.
Yeah, but it's just I don't know. It's just I don't know if I can get behind 3 points.
I do feel like it's a little much. Yeah,
it's just there's a lot of points to get. Like, you score a touchdown, you up 9 automatically. There's no even. I mean, I guess the other team can score and do it again, but like, I don't know. I don't know.
It's an 8-yard play though. You got to think that's always tough.
I like it because obviously I like the scoring, the points, and it makes the game more interesting when somebody wants to go for 2 or 3 points all the time.
It makes it more interesting. It makes it more interesting when you're down. Hey man, it's getting late in the game and we're down 10. You're talking about we can cut the lead to 1, or I guess down 10 is a bad one. You're down 12. Somebody's done kick a touchdown field goal at that. You cut the lead. You could score a touchdown, get 9, and cut the lead to a field goal. Or we kick a 60-yarder and we chop 4 points. And
I think the 60-yarder,
you got to give these guys that are actually making 60. It's crazy that a 20-yarder and a 62-yarder that they've been making in the NFL this year are the same point. I think they honestly think they should have made the 4.55 yards, because I think 55 yards and back is enough.
But then you can't do that now because these guys are kicking that like it's nothing.
Yeah,
you say that it's not that much. It's not. I don't think it's that much.
It might not be that much to you.
Boswell's making a 55-yarder every day. Every day he's making a 55-yarder.
Think
about that, bro.
See, I would have been more drastic. I think if you kick a 60+, because that's so hard to do. Even though more and more people are starting to attempt them, and you're getting very close to doing it. Like Cam Little from Jags, I think he's the next. The best kicker this coming up season. I think he's going to take Aubrey's spot. But see, I was going to get more drastic. If you're kicking past the 50 and you're making them, I almost was saying, like, you might as well just give them a touchdown.
Nah, that's too much.
Give them 6 points. Give them 6. Double it. If you're kicking 60+, double it. Give them 6. Now, you don't get the extra point or anything. It's like, but you get 6 points because that's a long kick. And I agree. I don't think a 20-yard kick and a 60+ yard kick should equate to the same amount of points. So give them 6 points. Double it.
6 points is wild. 6 points is wild. Same as the 30. That's wild. 4 points. I like the 4 points. I honestly think the 4 points is a perfect spot. I like the 4 points.
So you're saying a 20? You're saying a 60-yard kick should only get you 1 extra point?
I don't know.
Now
I get what you're saying too.
And I get it. You run the risk with the Jags and the Jags and the Cowboys. They, sorry franchises. So they probably would get to the 60 and just kick it because they know at least I get 6 points out of it. I understand that part. But if you're that sorry of a franchise, you got to do that. You got to do that. At least, and the Cowboys are that sorry.
So how do you feel? Okay, and then how did y'all feel about the overtime? You know what I'm saying? They kind of did this last year too, but how do y'all feel about the 3-attempt shootout?
I like the NFLs.
Yeah, I like the NFLs.
You prefer the NFLs?
Yeah.
Well, because the NFL fixed it. It's not just one.
I get what you're saying.
Fix the ball,
If you both get a chance, then and if you just messed up, if you couldn't do it in 4 quarters and you're mad because you couldn't do it in 1 extra drive, that's on you, dog. I mean, that's not nobody else.
If I'm being honest, I low-key like the college rules better than the NFL.
Yeah, I think the NFL should do the college rules easily.
Yeah, I think college is so much more. It's intense. Like it's like you down there, you better go score. You in the red zone, go score.
Yes,
I think it's because that's when you differentiate between the professionals and college students, man. So obviously, I don't think the game will be that exciting because everybody on the field is the best of the best. It's on that team. And opposed to college, you can have 1 or 2 guys that can literally depict the ending of a game or can make or break a game. So that's why I think that college is a little bit better than NFL, in my opinion. That's why it's kind of, I'm not gonna say it's boring, but it just.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
He doesn't call it NFL boring. Good.
I'm not saying it's boring. I'm just saying it's different from what it used to be.
Anyway, speaking of college,
it changed when they changed all these defense rules. That's when it changed. When you can't touch the soul anymore, that's when they started to change. He started getting a little bit like, I don't know if I want to watch that much.
And I get why they did it, but still,
I don't.
I'm a defensive guy.
I get why they did some of it. I get why they did some of it, but I feel like they did go a little bit too extreme.
I don't get why you do any of it because I know I understand where everybody comes from with the concussions. I do think you got to protect the players. I 1,000% do. However, you know what you're signing up for. Like that. That's where I think it has missed me. Where a lot of the conversations is, you are signing up to play a physical sport. You're signing up where you're going to run full speed into another grown man. That's what you sign up for. Yes, I get it. Maybe in the younger leagues, maybe you don't have so much of the hitting during the practices and stuff like that. I do understand that part. I think you need to, but once you're almost in college and above, you're signing up to play a physical sport. Play it. Like all this, you can't. You got to let the receiver come down because he's defensive. So what? No, lay him out. The quarterback, like Tom Brady said, the quarterback. You don't put the ball there. That's the problem. Yeah, I know it's the money. I get it's the money, but I think it's the stupidest thing in the world that they're just making it where the defense basically can't even play defense anymore. Like it's stupid.
Like Jake was just saying, when it comes to money, the NFL now is more financially involved with the afterlife of these guys doing football. So, with that being said, they are trying to reduce their medical bills and or medical resources financially. So, I think that's the reason why they're doing all that because obviously that's limiting hits, reduces obviously hits to the head or injuries and whatnot, even though they can still happen. But some of that stuff can be a little bit more preventable. But it's like I said, that's why I said I'm not calling it boring, but at this point, I will just play a 2-hand touch or some shit.
I swear. As a defensive mind, it's bad to watch.
Anyway, all right. Speaking of college though, because y'all kind of got sidetracked again. We in that great month that everybody loves, March Madness, and I got a couple questions that I want to kind of throw out to y'all for March Madness. Before we're getting into tournament season, we're seeing some teams, some tournaments have already completed, some are just getting started, that sort of thing. One thing I do got a question for you though, Miami, Ohio. Do y'all think they should be in the tournament even if they lose their conference championship?
I think it's insane that we're even having a conversation if they should be in or not. They just completed a perfect season. I don't care who you play. You completed a perfect season. Like, we're sitting here really debating on who's getting in, where we got some teams who've they've lost 10 plus games they're talking about getting in, and yet you're talking about keeping a team that's undefeated out. Like, that's so stupid to me. And Bruce Pearls, like, what you did to that team, where you planted that doubt in, where you're going on national TV saying like it don't matter what they do and stuff like what kind of voice you do have, and that's disgusting. It's disgusting that you have people like that out there doing that. But I think Jacob's going to jump in with this whole who they play. In basketball, I don't care. I don't care in basketball. You go 29-0. I mean, that's pretty impressive.
31.
I mean, not my bad. 31-0.
All I was gonna say is, I don't think we have a right to speak, because we were saying Florida State shouldn't have been in, and they won everything.
Football is different from basketball, though. Football is so different.
I think they should be in, but like I said, I hope the team that had an undefeated record before didn't get in.
And they didn't. But the difference between that is, in that one, 4 teams got in. In March Madness, 68 teams get in. 68 teams get in. So to me, hey, I know it sucks to some of these bigger schools, because that's what's going to happen. I know it sucks to some of these bigger schools, but hey, realistically, we know most of these bigger schools ain't making a run.
No.
Even if yes, they played in a tough conference, but they lost 17 games this year. Like, we know, I guess they won't. There are not many 17, but they lost 12 to 13 games this year. Realistically, we know they ain't going to win the tournament anyway. All they're going to do is maybe sell a couple extra tickets for the first round, realistically. Put Miami, Ohio in. I don't care who, like you said, I don't care who you are. Basketball is so easy to have one game slip up. I mean, they almost had a couple games slip up. I ain't going to lie to you. But that's because once they started, when they hit 27-0, their teams were playing their hearts out to break their undefeated season. 31-0 should be an automatic bid. I don't care.
True. I agree.
Yeah, I think you can't do it. You just can't. It would be blasphemy in 68 teams. You have a team that's undefeated not make it, or whether you have teams with double-digit losses.
Yeah, I think that's the worst insane thing that's ever can happen.
Like, now, will they probably get bounced out the first round? Maybe.
Yeah, but just give them an opportunity to, though.
Yeah,
right.
Give them the opportunity.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, these one big leagues, it sucks for some of the one big leagues, and a lot of them, I say sucks, but like, I'm not mad about it, because it's like, we know they're really not going to go into it and compete for the most part. Like, you look at some of these leagues and they're not. But you got some leagues that, like, you'll have. I mean, we're all SEC guys. We have some of these teams. We're going to slide some teams in the SEC from the SEC in there that we know might get that first round win, but we know they ain't making no champ. Like, they're trying to say, I think they officially got bounced last night when they lost to Bama, but Auburn was on a bubble. We know Auburn wasn't going to go and make no run in no daggone tournament. Like, Auburn been trying. Bruce Pearl, you was trying to finagle your son into a head coach job. Yeah, that did not work. He is not going to be returned to Auburn head coach. And if he is, Auburn is stupid. But I mean, just saying. But talking about him, that was so sketch what he did this year. I hated that he did it that way. Like, if he would have gave him a summer to kind of do a certain one thing, like 2 weeks before season start, come on, man. Like, crazy. Anyway, but
didn't he also brag about it too?
I think he thought his son was going to do better. He said his son deserved the shot. Is what he was saying.
Yeah, he also went up. You know what? Never mind. I was about to bring up something that he did this week in another part of the world. But never mind. No. I'm gonna let it go. He got. I think he just got I think he's just an old drunk. I mean he was drunk all the time in Auburn. He just an old drunk, allegedly. I guess I'll say that before he get here feeling hurt.
How about Justin?
I mean, I knew I had information from the inside that said that he was drunk in that office a lot, allegedly, a lot.
Anyway, let's move on. So, speaking of these smaller conferences, and we're talking about the one big leagues. Some of these one big leagues have started doing something to try to ensure their top teams get into the tournament.
Yeah.
And two conferences that I can think of that do it now. The conference that my Blazers are in, the American and the Sun Belt, both do something in their conference tournament that feels like such a slap in the face, low key. Because and I don't know if y'all been watching, you probably haven't. The Sun Belt Conference tournament, what Georgia Southern is having to do right now, trying to make it, it's absolutely wild. So let me read to y'all I'll just read one side of the bracket so that y'all can see how they set up their tournaments, right? So the way they do it is the number. So in the Sun Belt, in one side of the bracket, the number 14 seed plays the 11th seed. The winner of that game plays the 10 seed. The winner of that game plays the 7th seed. The winner of that game plays the 6th seed. The winner of that game plays the 3rd seed. The winner of that game plays the 2nd seed. So the 2nd seed and the 1 and 2 seeds in their conference get a bye all the way to the semifinals. And then if they win, they play for the championship to go to it. So the reason I bring that up is Georgia Southern is on a crazy run right now, if y'all haven't seen it, because Georgia Southern was a 10 seed. They beat the 7th seed, the 6th seed, the 3rd seed, and tonight they are playing Marshall to go to the conference championship game. But potentially, the 1 and 2 seeds only have to win 2 games to make it to the tournament. And the reason I bring up the American does the same thing. One, they don't invite everybody to that conference tournament. They kick out the bottom 4, kick out. So the way they do it, I'll read the bracket. So UAB is the 4th seed this year. So the 9th seed, the 8th seed play. The winner of that one plays the 5th seed. The winner of that one plays the 4th seed. The winner of that one plays the 1 seed. Then you got the conference championship. I want to know how y'all feel about those bracket setups.
Y'all will do it.
That is straight up breaking it. Like,
I mean,
it's a rigged thing. Like, I have to play the 8 games to go to the conference championship, and they got to play
Georgia Southern has won 1, 2, 3, 4. Today is their 5th game in a row trying to make it to the NCAA tournament, and they upset the 7th seed, 6th seed, and 3rd seed to make it. Now they're playing the 2nd seed tonight at 7:30, or they're playing actually right now. I meant to cut that game on just because I kind of want to see them win it, just because of the gauntlet they went through.
You know what's crazy? Even if they lose the conference championship, they're probably not even making it to the tournament.
No, they're not. They were a 10 seed in the Sun Belt, Jacob. I don't know. Like
that's what I mean. Like, imagine doing all that just not to make the tournament. Like, even if they win the conference championship, they might not make the tournament.
No. The tournament winners get automatic ends.
Oh, really? Okay, I didn't know how.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's why these lower seeds who are 1 tournament bids are trying to kind of finesse their championships to make sure their better teams get in. Because even when your better teams get in, it doesn't mean anything. Like, that's what kind of frustrates me. And this is me being a UAB fan. In the American, and then when we were in the Conference USA, it kind of made me mad but the American for sure, we had went, and I guess I get it, they didn't make super deep runs each time, but we had went, I think it was 6 straight years where we at least won a first round game, right? But we were only a 1 big conference. And I'm like, you got all these other conferences that are going in and they bouncing everybody in their first round. We had 6 straight years where we made it out of the first round. Why didn't that just say, hey, let's nod this conference and give them a 2-bid league? Like, wow. And it wasn't the same teams either. It was different teams that did it. So that's where I had an issue. I know it's money. I know where it comes from. I know it's money. But it was just like, that was just like the year UAB went and played for an NIT championship. That same year, FAU, who was in their conference, made it all the way to the Final Four in the Big Dance. But then the next year, we don't get a 2-bid league. We still a 1-bid league. Like, make that make sense. Like, how? Like, we're literally sitting there. And the year when we played for the NIT championship, we played against another team in our conference. So we had 3. Like, it's like, why doesn't that at least for 1 year get you a 2-bid league?
I think bids are ruining college football or college sports. I'm sorry, college sports, because I didn't want to just limit it to basketball. I wanted to expand it. I get it. Why there's bids again? Always comes back to this, the dinero. That's what they're always gonna come back to. But it's like we are now basically saying it's like, just because y'all pay more, we're just gonna put y'all in, even though y'all might not be the best teams. And I think that's insanity. Like I'm so sick of just watching the same crap over and over again. Like change it up. Like let the 64 best. And I don't even know if you can even let like people judge who's gonna get in, but it's almost like going back to the old BCS system with the computer letting it do it, because there's just too much biasy in all this stuff nowadays. And like there's too many paper trails that you got to follow just to figure out why the conference is doing this and why they get this and why they do that. Like I think it's getting to a point where it's almost a joke. Like it's never going to be, I don't think you're ever really going to see the best teams if you automatically get a bid in just because you're in a conference. Like I don't think the best team is always just going to win. I think it's just who paid the most money to get in is going to win. And that's where it's like, that's where it's going to start getting real boring, real quick.
Yeah, and
I didn't say that.
He said Notre Dame. I heard exactly what he said. I honestly think we need to start doing. I would love to see us switch to something like what they do overseas with the soccer Premier Leagues and stuff. Like with even in the NCAA tournament. Hey, your league had 6 bids. All 6 or 4 of your 6 got bounced. We pulling a bid and we're gonna throw it to one of these smaller leagues and let's see if that league don't perform. Guess what? Next year you don't get it. You don't get it. But I think we need to start doing stuff like this. Like, let's quit saying, no, they got an automatic bids. Hey, your team's got the bids. Your team's got blown out. So we take it, not all of them. We take one of your bids and we slide it over here because these teams perform. Now, if they don't perform next year, guess what happens? You get your bid back. Why can't we go to something like that? It works over there in a professional league.
Can I also say this? Can we do that low key for the NFL?
That's what I'm saying. Like I think
let's start regulating teams, bro.
Yeah, regulate and make you drop, and you already have a whole nother tournament that is available that easily you could put in for basketball. You have another tournament right underneath this one. So I think making people drop, and even sorry about it. Even if you have a great season next year, ain't no Cinderella stories, because that's not how soccer works. Guess what? You got to win that next year, and then you get to bounce back up. So you might be out for 2 years, but that's on you. It ain't on nobody else. It's on you.
No, but it ain't the team. Team do our conference. Hey, and one that's going to have teams. It's going to make the NIT more competitive because, like, hey, your conference lost one of y'all's bids, or in basketball, honestly, you could say, hey, your conference is losing 2 bids, right? Next year, you better send your team to the NIT. If we see them performing in the NIT, hey, when we go to renegotiate bids, see more bids. Big 12 more bids. But we ain't gonna keep carrying out these bids for y'all to just sit there and y'all put these teams in and get bounced. You got a 5 seed losing to a 12 seed. Like, we don't keep doing this. I know it's basketball and it's hard, but then again,
yeah. I never even liked it, and I know I'm switching from back and forth between sports, but like for football, for our football fans, like I hate that the Big Ten and the SEC are going to get or not even half, 80% of the teams to go into the playoffs. I think that's dumb. I think that's the stupidest thing you could do, is that you're going to guarantee them to get 4 or 5 teams in. Like, what are we doing? Like, that's not the best of the best playing. It's just,
so let's say Notre Dame gets a 10. They rank them 10, and then they just drop out of the top 25. They automatically get a bid.
Yeah,
I think that's insane.
At any point in time that they're just ranked, that they get, like, that's so dumb. Like, it's just, you're basically saying, hey, you don't have to be good. You just got to be you. Like, I mean, it's just idiotic.
No, I think we need to do something to fix it. And I honestly think we need to look over at Europe, see how they do the regulation and all that kind of stuff. And honestly, let's say give the SEC and the Big Ten their automatic bids at the beginning, but we're going to do it based on performance. Hey, if you're performing, hey, if the Big 12 goes and upset all their teams make it through the first round, let's talk football. The Big 12 goes and all their teams make it through the first round. Hey, Who did they beat? We pulling one of them bids and we slide them over a bid. Let's put it in the contract that they automatically get. Let's say, hey, we're going to regulate it based off what we see on the field. On the field, production matters. SEC a few years. I know everybody like trying to say, oh, them down and all the ground. It's like, don't forget the past 20. Just because y'all got 3 years without it, don't forget the past 20. But really, past few years, we should lose them in.
Yep.
Make teams perform. Also, bowl for the other game too, because we need to see the bowl wins.
Yeah, I agree.
I digress. I ain't gonna lie to y'all though. I'm so excited for March Madness, man. I
It's
ain't gotta
starts in
watch
2
it.
days.
I mean, it really already has started. Like I said, I'm watching this Georgia Southern game. I normally would be watching the Sun Belt Conference game. But the fact that Georgia Southern's going through this gauntlet where they were literally put in a place where they shouldn't be winning, I want them to win so bad tonight. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Ooh,
I want them to win so bad tonight.
are we doing brackets? Gotta do brackets.
Yeah. We can do a fan bracket and a real bracket.
Okay, how about this? Because when does it actually start? Are we gonna be able to put it out by the next recording, or is it something that we're gonna have to post?
Oh, the conference tournaments like SEC men's and like I know UAB isn't until next weekend. So like we still got plenty of time.
Okay, so this is what we're gonna do for the next one, and y'all getting a little behind the scenes action here. Let's all do one individually, and then what if we did one as a group?
Like do one on the air? Do one on the air where we sit there and debate it out?
We're going to do one live as a group next week, and then we're also going to have our individual ones.
But next week, I don't think it's going to be done next week. When is Selection Sunday?
Oh, whenever we can. Let's figure out Selection Sunday first, and then
it has to be next week.
Oh,
because no way.
I was about to say it had to be next week. It's March Madness. You can't play it in April.
March 15th is next week.
Okay, so if it's next week, what we can do then is because the games won't be played by next Sunday, right?
No. Next Sunday is Selection Sunday where they select.
So what we're gonna do is everybody make your own this week or after the Selection Sunday, make your own, and then when we get on to the podcast, we'll do one live, and that will be, and we'll get it out. And if anybody in the comments, if y'all feel like y'all can do one, let us know. Tag us on Twitter. Anything or X, what the hell is it called? And let us see y'all's brackets as well. And you know what? Never mind. I might have to ask that question offline. Ain't gonna try to put anybody money up like that in front of everybody. But anyway, saying, we could have like a little whoever turns in the best bracket win a little dinero.
Anyway,
I'm
excited for March Madness. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. March Madness is one of those even years I don't watch a lot of college basketball. I always come.
Oh, always watching March Madness. Always.
One of my favorite years. Literally, I had one of my favorite years. Me and my buddy. It was when Bama made it to the Elite Eight. It wasn't the Final Four. We were at that game, but that was sad. But when Bama made it to the Elite Out, me and my buddy literally got together, went to B-Dubs, got beers, and ate wings for every single game, and it's fun. Like I just like doing it, going in the crowds and stuff when teams make a run. So definitely going to be looking out. But anyway, anything else y'all want to hop into?
No, not really.
Talk NBA or anything like that.
I mean, NBA.
DeAndre Ayton, bro, quit crying, brother. Yeah, you are not good.
You is not. You're not the one, not the two, or the three on your team. Like there's easily three people way better than you.
Clint Capella is better than you, bro. Stop. Don't bring that man's name up again, dog. Don't do that.
How you gonna throw another grown man in when you were wasn't he a number 1 overall pick for the Suns? And you that bad? So. You that sorry? Okay. Don't throw another man into your conversation, dog. Play your role. Give us 10-10. That's all the Lakers need. Give them 10-10. That's not my team. Ugh.
Justin, shut up. You know you're a Lakers fan. Anyway, listen. All I'm saying is, brother, you could say something like that if you actually play defense. You don't play defense,
right? You don't even rebound that well. Like, let's be real.
No, you don't even get 10 rebounds a game. Stop talking, bro.
Come on, brother. Sit back. another person in NBA out. It's kind of crazy that he is back the fastest he is, but Jason Tatum returns
That
on Friday.
scares me, man.
Like, wow.
10 months.
scares
Hey,
me.
hold on. I got a question.
Congrats, brother.
Does it scare you, or is it showing that modern medicine is actually getting way better than what it used to be? Think about it.
Modern medicine
Rodgers
is.
came back.
Well,
Jason Tatum is coming back.
Did you see when he tried to dunk the other day? He got home.
Did he try to jump off his bad leg?
I don't even know, but he's too damn tall to be doing it. He can't dunk. No, but he's great.
Hey, all I gotta say is, where's Halliburton? Where the Halliburton?
I'm talking about him.
Well, it does make you curious, like some of the other guys. Like I know we talked about it last year, that Kyrie shut down, and it's like, how are we seeing? And which I know Kyrie's older, but like, how are we seeing some guys come back when we didn't think we were going to see them at all? And then some guys are just shutting it down, and it makes you. That's what scares me. Is like, is he trying to come back too soon because he's young, or like if you told me he came back towards like farther down in the season, like right for a playoff run or something like that, I'd been like, okay, it's almost a year. But like,
That's what I'm saying. Aren't they like first? I think they're first in the East too. Like, why?
That's what I'm saying.
Coming?
Like, it's why risk it? Like, bring him back the last 2 weeks of the season so he can knock some rust off, and then call it a day.
Oh, they're second.
But the reason why everybody made it such a big deal about is what they did to Cleveland with him coming back, and it's like now they're the betting favorites from the East because they came out and just they blew him out, and he didn't look terrible. I mean, he missed his first 6, but then once he made it, he went on a little run. So it's just, I think it just made them betting favorites. I agree with y'all, and that's what I was going to ask Jonathan. I was like, is it too? It's just way too early. I just think I just don't know if y'all would risk that. Like, would you have come back? Like, let's say, put you in his shoes, Jonathan. Would you have came back that early, knowing the kind of superstar that you are and that you're becoming?
I mean, how are they look? Are they third, or how deep are they?
Second.
The second seed.
Well, look, they got a month. They have a month until the regular season's over with, right? So. Yeah. I guess his mind is, okay, I want to be for the playoffs, but I am also rusty, so I can come in and get a little warmed up. But still, I mean, at the end of the day, if I don't feel comfortable, but the thing is, with an injury like that, though, you don't just feel comfortable all the time because you're gonna be So if you keep saying that, you're just gonna keep prolonging what you need to be doing anyways. So it's like I said, with the modern medicine, I honestly I don't see a problem with them coming back this early because, I mean, they're obviously going to be competitive in playoffs. So I just think he's doing it for a let's get warmed up, let's get back to the rhythm, let's all get back together as a team. In my thing, I don't think Jaylen Brown like it, but still, we gonna you know what I'm saying. I think I don't see it as a bad thing. Just know your limits, and I mean, you got to test your leg out, man. You can't just not do it.
I mean, I get what you're saying. It's just, I don't know. It's just, I guess you're really going to have to see how much he's going to play.
Yeah, I mean, you have a month left. How many games they have played in a month? I mean,
I get what you're saying.
And modern medicine is, and we're using modern medicine. I mean, think of ACLs. ACLs, what? And I know this one is more like not as recent, but ACLs used to be a full year thing, and now ACLs turned into what 4 or 5, like realistically 5-6 months you could be back.
I mean, ACL. Let's be real. ACL almost used to be like, I mean, career enders.
You talk 20 years ago, ACL was a career ender, and then it turned into, hey, you can come back in a year. So now, realistically, you're seeing guys. I mean, we've seen guys tear their ACL week 1 and make a playoff run.
Who was that running back? J.K. Dobbins, wasn't it? Like he came back very quick and he performed for the Chargers.
Nick Chubb.
Yeah.
That joker's had 3 seasons career injuries on his knee.
But they have to make cuts too. But I don't think that's like as quick as that. But they got to make cuts too. So like I said, like they do different cadavers when it comes to athletes and regular people. when these ACL surgeries. So anyway, so like the ligaments.
But the Achilles is just different though because of the blood flow and all that. Like, but maybe they're learning stuff that we just haven't seen.
They do.
They're revolutionizing it as they're doing it more.
They do different surgeries when it comes to athletes and regular people. Like the regular people won't get the same surgery if they tore
No,
ACL.
for sure.
So
Well, no, like legit. Some regular people, regular Joe. Sometimes you tell your ACL they don't even want to do surgery for it. They go, you can get back to rehab to what your life does.
yeah, because like I mean, for them it's like I don't want to go through surgery for no more because you got to think about a lot of people don't really care for doctors and surgeons and stuff like that. They can avoid it and financial reasons.
Or they're not going to do the rehab the way they should.
Exactly. So
I was about to say you know you work in the healthcare field. You know when you send somebody home, which patient's going to actually do what they're supposed to do, which patient they ain't, and you know they don't. Like let's be real, you know they don't. I mean, we can talk about family members ourselves that we're talking about before we get on the couch. They leave the hospital, they don't know what they're supposed to be doing. End up back in there. So
you're right, David.
So for some of these surgeries, the average Joe don't need the surgery because they ain't gonna repair. They gonna be hurting, and then they gonna turn the doctor crazy because they be like, "The doctor didn't heal. You didn't do what you were supposed to
do." But Justin, you had surgery too, so I mean, you get it.
Oh surgery. Man, knee surgery sucked, bro. I hated that. And I did all the rehabbing.
Huh? Yeah, remember this? Justin just did a play. It was fine. Just walking on the sideline of clap.
It happened.
And you just went and you just went and sat down, and everybody was like, "What's wrong with your brother?" I'm like, "He's tired. What's wrong with him? He's doing it." He was just sitting there and sit down. I'm like, "Oh, okay, like cool." Like everybody, why don't you go check on him?
Literally, the only one who came and checked on me was Jonathan, and that's only because my mom said, "Hey, go see what's wrong with him." But literally, I just stepped. I went to cut on a slant. I was guarding a slant, I think. I went to step, and when I went to step, I felt something pop, and I went, that was weird. And I went to step, and I went, oh, I got no power in my leg. What happened? And so I went to step again, and I went to the ground. I was like, let me get off the field real quick. So I hopped off the field, and then next thing I was like, I can't walk. I want to see what's going on. Like, I was so confused.
And y'all remember it looked like you were tired. You just sat down because we weren't in a game. I guess we need to preface that because that would sound weird. We weren't in a game. We were all playing. We were playing a pickup game. So everybody was coming in and out. So it looked like he just got tired, walked to the sideline, and sat down. That's all. That's what it looked like. Nobody went to check on him because it was like, oh, he just catching his breath.
Jonathan, do you remember the first thing you said to me? He walked over to me. And he didn't know my injury before anybody get right there. So he was, man, if you don't get your ass up, you got me walking all the way across this field to come get you. And I'm like, bro, I can't walk. And he was like, no, for real, like, what's wrong with you? I was like, I don't know. I can't walk right now. And so he carried me over to the other side of the field. But do y'all remember Coach Perry wouldn't let me eat unless I went and walked and got my own food? And he let mama convince him that I was okay. And so I had to hop to go get my food on a torn meniscus because his sorry self didn't believe that I was hurt. And then, not only that, they made me go home because they're like, you can't go to the hospital. You got to wait for Brent in the morning. And so I went home and slept with a torn meniscus because Coach Perry wouldn't convince mama not to let me go anywhere.
It's crazy. But but you got to think about it, though. It's Jacob's fault that nobody believe when y'all hurt. Y'all know how somebody used to get hurt and act like they hurt and lay on the field?
Yeah.
That's your fault.
I have a true injury, bro. I got a true one. I got a true one. You can feel my shoulder right now. I got a true injury.
Nigga, you was 10. I'm about to say, look, the only one we can say really got hurt was Jamie. Because everybody felt that one. Everybody felt Jamie's though. Everybody.
Hey, I got a surgery.
We saw it coming. I'm saying we saw Jamie's coming because Dre was over here, Jamie right here. I said, "Oh, hell."
My collarbone was sticking up like this. All the coaches, you need to toughen up. I take my shoulder pads down, my collarbone sticking up like this. They were all like, "Oh."
I was doing the
I
same.
was like, "What's going on?" Like y'all telling me. I remember Coach Taylor looked at me. He said, "Y'all throwing?" I was like, "No." He said, "All right, let's go run a wildcat pass." I was like, "All right." I tried to pick my arm up. I was like, "All right, Coach, that ain't gonna work." He looked at me, "We need to toughen you up, son." And I'm sitting there. I take the show pads off. I'm sitting there like this. Just straight over the down around the corner. Your season over. I'm like, what's going on? Everybody talking, but nobody telling me what they seeing.
That's all.
crazy, man.
Ah, man, I just remember, man, rehab. So I rehabbed the day of my surgery, like the day of my surgery, because they were trying to get me back. I literally went down to rehab in the car and rehabbed in the car. They used to grab my knee, the thigh, and my shin, and just crank it to get it to a certain degree every single day. When I tell you that was the most painful thing, but I won't even forget. Remember the first time I came back into the weight room with y'all after the surgery, and Coach Perry made me do an arm workout? Said, "You ain't about to just stand in my weight room." I'm like, "Mother, I'm on crutches. Like, I'm fresh out."
That's crazy. That boy said you gonna have some strong arms around here. That's crazy.
Nah,
man.
that don't. No, my labrum surgery when I tore my labrum. Talk about stretching. In fact, that they train your labrum so much that when you come out of surgery, all you can do is move your arm this much, and they go, "Oh yeah, we got to get you to here before we can do it." And I'm sitting there, I'm like, I went, No,
Did you do that?
I could raise my arm and do everything
That's all
after
you
my
need.
surgery.
That's so. Your surgery though, your surgery had you back quick for your collarbone. They let my collarbone hit like this. My joint still sit like this.
I'm about to say Jacob locked in. There ain't no
Yeah, I'm
moving.
locked in.
That nurse took a picture of his. I still got the picture on my phone.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Anyway, anything else y'all want to get into? Because we done went on a crazy sidetrack. Maybe we have we do a pod of just our old battle tales one day.
No, because John, me, I had beef with John for one of my old battle tales. Remember when I tried to quit and they put me in the freaking middle of what was that drill? Dang, what we call that drill?
I can't even think of what it
You stand in the
was.
middle, you got to turn around and get hit.
You stand in the middle, you turn around, you take a hit, you turn around, you take a hit, you turn around, you take a hit. And I tried to quit.
But it wasn't.
Huh?
It wasn't. We didn't do bull and ring. That wasn't it, was it?
We did bull and ring like in middle school or high school and junior high.
I did bull and ring that same practice. Y'all remember that?
No, you were doing that drill where it was just lined up. It was four drills.
I did both.
It was back to back to back to back to back to back. I was so mad because I thought you were just being a little bush at the time. And then I realized how many times you went. And at the time, I should have been like, "Coach, please go ahead and let me do this." Because I used to do that. They used to try to pump me. And that's why I get mad at you at. Because they tried to pump me like that too. And I'm like, "Well, keep hitting these dudes until they stop." They did the same thing when we were freshmen. They did the same thing to us. But if you kept hitting them, they would stop. You quit hitting them. That's like
but see, that was another thing that y'all did not realize. Like at the end, like they tried to get Jamie to come over there and talk to me to like tell me like what to do to make it change. What y'all didn't realize, I had no break the entire day. I was just hitting. I'm just hitting.
That's what I'm saying. You don't
No.
Let me tell you. No. You want to know what they did to me one this? When we were sophomores, they looked at me and they said, "Hey, JD, you got to send my linebacker build. I play receiver. You got to send my linebacker build. We're going to send the H-back and the running back on the double team because they're going to double team this week, and you're going to try to split them, right?" They had two groups of H-backs and running backs going. They wanted me. I ran every single rep for it in 2 periods.
That's cool.
2 periods.
I started the day.
I don't want to hear nothing from none of y'all. Because first of all, freshman year, I had to go against Red, Jamarco, Rob, and ISO drills. They knew where the ball was going. Knocking our heads off. I remember one time I hit Jamarco, but he hit me. The left side of my body just went numb. I couldn't feel nothing. And I'm still caught my shoulder can't move. He told me come over here. He gonna grab and rub it, get your ass back in there. And I'm like, bro, my head hurt. I'm dizzy.
Freshman year, I remember I think me and you were two of the hottest heads going in there. We thought we were going to be something freshman year. I don't know why we thought we were going to play on varsity or something, but we
I don't know
did.
either, bro.
I remember going in that first drill. I remember it was like welcome to varsity football. That I can't remember the dude's name. He was the starting safety though. And that joker, I was like, all the other
Is it
freshmen,
Jarvis?
it might have been, but all the other freshmen were letting them hit and they just going down easy for a tackle. I was like, not me. I dropped my shoulder to him and I stood him up. Boy, he said, "Oh, it's gonna be like that. Pick me up, drop me on my head." Yeah, I was like, "Oh." I said, "You come like that before." Like, but I still was that hot head. I was like, "Oh no, I'm gonna keep hitting him. I'm gonna keep hitting him." I remember the coach made me run.
Oh, yeah, I hear him. I can hear him.
I did.
There you
I
go.
hear him.
There you go.
I remember I was trying to go out there and I was trying to hit. I let him see it thing to me because I was also that kid that used to run too much. I'd be running hard at every drill. And I remember coach got mad because what they had promised me 2 plays or something like that for being a practice dummy for God, they were killing me that week. I was just a practice dummy. They would have beaten the mess out of me, all them seniors. But he's like, I'm gonna give you 2 plays this week. He didn't give me them 2 plays. He made me run so much the next week. But
See, but then that's the problem. I had it a lot worse. I'm a lot smaller than y'all in high school. I was a $120 soaking wet in high school, where y'all were all bigger guys. And so my first practice of varsity, when like I said, I did try to quit because I just didn't want to play. I was done with football at that point in my life. I thought. And he put them pads on me. He took me out there. I didn't even get to warm up because I didn't have any pads. So when everybody else got to stretch, I didn't. I walked out and then they put me in the middle. It said, stand right here. I said, okay. I stood right there. They said, Jonathan, come right here. Dre, come right here. Okay, what's this? And then they went, you gonna turn around and they're gonna hit you. Everybody line up.
Boomerang.
Huh?
Boomerang.
Boomerang. That's what it is. Boomerang. And I had to do everybody twice. And I'm like, okay, what was that? I guess that's fine. Then we go do Oklahoma drill. I don't come out for Oklahoma drill. I did not come out one time for Oklahoma drill. Like, not one time. Then we did that thing where you had like lineman versus D lineman, linebacker versus running back, and then receiver versus DB. It's a different version of Oklahoma? I did that where I had to go against the O-line and defensive lineman. I didn't get to go against receivers. It got so bad that Kevin Lacey had to come pull me out of the drill and go, Coach, he's done. I got it. No, put him back in. Put him back. They're like, no, he's done. I got it. So you know what they did? They didn't let him go. They ended the drill and they sent me into a different drill and I had to go hit again. And then at the end of that, I played bull in the ring. And I had to just stand in the ring, Jacob, of everybody, and they just sent people at me to hit me. I didn't know where they were coming from. And then at the end of it, Jacob, you thought that was it? No. And I had to go, everybody lined up in the line, and Ann is sitting there 10 yards away from me, and I had to hit him and hit him. And every time, did you go your full speed? No, I ain't go full speed. Do it again. Did you go full speed? No, I'm not going. I'm like, brother, what you want me to do?
Bro, you got me messed up. You ain't about to do that to me. You got me messed up.
I mean, I was going through it. It got so bad that even Jonathan didn't even. He came up and said, "Coach, come on, man. Like he been hit a lot today. Like he might have a concussion." I'm listening to that, and you know what they told Jonathan? Stop being soft. Let him play. I'm like, what are we doing? Like, this ain't football anymore.
Anyway. I don't know. It used to be rough back in the days, boy. They can't do that stuff now. But
nah, they can't do that.
Yeah, going to tell you now.
Wait.
We need to have a day where we can go into stories because, and I'm not going to go into the story, but I'm going to ask Jonathan, you remember that day? Again, it was us as freshmen. That day, they all started fighting. Or we might have been sophomores this time, but they all started fighting that day. And then I remember I was on the offense, you were on the defensive side, but everybody watched what's the name? Wolf, that offensive line. I'm drawing a Superman.
Oh, yes.
And we all froze. We weren't expecting Superman to do that. We just froze. And our coach made us do up downs because we didn't help him. He looked at us. Ain't no start. I ain't trying to get in trouble.
I don't know you folks.
He looked at me. Why don't you go on the side, get off the sideline and help him? I'm like, first of all, what was I supposed to do? Because I'm going to do up down. best believe when the fight turned neck, I hit the first person I saw. I didn't know what to do. I just hit somebody. Anyway, we can wrap up. We need to have a day. Maybe we do a day where we just talk battle stories. Literally flying over.
I just gotta say, y'all said, oh, back in the day, I was about to say, y'all remember after that practice, Justin never had to do that again.
No, because Dad went up there and threatened him because they did it to me and Malik Hayes.
No, it wasn't Dad.
No. See, y'all. That's where Dad went up there. Dad went up there. He looked Coach Anderson in the eye and said, "If I ever hear that about my son again, I promise you, I'm gonna let Mark come in here, Malik's dad, because that never brought a gun."
Hey,
we're not talking about.
Hey, but
and we can end on this. Do y'all want to know what he said to Coach Anderson and Coach Wilson that made Coach Anderson come up?
You edit this, take names out. Don't put that name like this in there. We cut this whole section out.
Okay, I will find a way to block the names out. But that man looked them in the eye with Dad with his hand on his chest, said, "I promise you, if I hear that it happened to my son again, I'm gonna come up here. I'm gonna kill every single one of y'all. I'm gonna show them my papers that I'm crazy from the Army. From the Marines. I'm gonna be in the crazy house for 6 months, and I'm gonna come out and live my life." And he said that with a straight face. And all of them went and apologized to us very quickly because they realized, oh, it is no longer a game in here. It is no longer a game.
Allegedly.
Anyway, we need to do that. Just have a war story day because after I got injured, I feel like I started playing not to get hurt. Realistically, that's what happened. But before then, I thought I was sitting there. I was trying to throw my body everywhere. Before I started getting injured, I threw my body everywhere.
Oh yeah.
I just
You do, Jaja, you remember when I tried to make that play in the backfield and I popped her off that turn?
I don't know who you thought you was that day.
No, my favorite one, the guy we just talked about, because you and him had the same deal, was when Malik tried to go head on head with Cam Petway. Straight up, he tried to hit him low and nothing. I'm like, do it, bro.
I tried to tackle Smoke and I got ran over, dog. Smoke just straight clocked me, bro. I couldn't do nothing.
Oh man, good gosh.
Anyway,
that's a wrap. Appreciate y'all listening. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll holla. See ya.
Deuces.
All right.